What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. And today, yes, we are back with the marriage counselor, and today we are reading the final chapter, you guys. This is it. Once we read this chapter, we will be done with the marriage counselor. It's been a very rocky ride. It's been a very frustrating ride, in my opinion. But you know what? We made it this far. We're here to see it to the end. We're going to see how our girl, Miss Ailani, gets her ending. Or she gets an ending. Who knows? We're going to see what happens, though. Final chapter, you guys. Let's do it. Let's see how things go. Here goes nothing. I appreciate the gesture, but you could have at least told me you were going to give me a job. You know I hate surprises. I'm also capable of doing things myself, you know. If you don't remember, in the last one, after Sabrina caught us with Gray, she told our boss found out, we got fired. We were fired from the firm that we worked in. Gray, his parents are marriage counselors. They own the firm. Well, technically, he owns the firm now. He got us a job working there. His dad ran off with Sabrina, his wife, and left the mom alone, which I feel bad because dang, like, like dang. But also his mom met our mom and she apologized for years or something. So something happened between her and her mom, even though our mom technically does not remember it. Something happened. I'm trying to just like catch us up to where we are. Before we get any deeper, I think that's it for now. But anyway, let's get on. There was a deep silence within the walls, so much that I could almost hear my heartbeat against my chest. It was dark and cold, and the air tasting like sorrow and pain. I analyzed the place. The hairs on my skin soon curled when my heart began to sink in desperation. Did he leave already? I was engulfed in denial, trying to hold on to the remaining strands of hope. My soul refused to let him walk away like this. There was still so much to clarify between us. There was still wounds to patch up in order to put an ending to this profound bleeding. Grayson, where are you? Oh yeah, and also the last time we saw him, it was a gun because he was contemplating suicide. Gray? They say it is until you lose something you love deeply that you begin to cherish everything it embodied. It is until the dead petals of a rose fall within the wind, leaving the stem as a forgotten corpse, until you realize how large the void is in your heart. Because once the clouds disperse within the dark sky and the rain dries up from the ground, there is no going back. No, Grayson, no! Oh, girl, I thought he already shot herself. Whoops. It's okay, sweetie. I'm here. I'm here. Oh my gosh, what's wrong? His body was violently adored with pain and suffering. He shivered like a madman, forcing himself to breathe heavily as the salty tears drenched his face. I'd never seen Grayson cry like this before. It was a horrifying view that sent my heart into a frenzy for him. All I wanted to do was hold him tightly and kiss him with all his agony, but the darkness has caved in. Baby, it's okay. I'm right here. I want to die, Els. I can't do this. Don't ever say that. I can't lose you. I still love you, Grayson, and I still need you. She still loves me? Depression cured just like that. I love you too, baby. But you can never be happy with someone like me. I can't do this. You're so wrong, Gray. Because even after 8 years and all the heartbreak I've endured, you're still the only man my heart beats for. Girl, why? Why? Anyway, if only you knew who I really was, you'd understand why I don't deserve you. Then tell me. Tell me what hurts, Grayson. Stop hiding from me. Just talk to me. There's a fly in here, and it's going to drive me crazy because I can hear it moving. You're worth being fought for, Gray. Is he, though? Is he, though? I promise you that I'm not here to hurt you. I'm scared. I don't want you to hate me. I can never hate you. I just want to see the real you. All of you. Do you trust me? With my entire life. Just let your heart speak. Can you tell me one last time that you love me, please? I love you, Grayson. I love you more, shorty girl. I've had a very hard life, Elani. Everything was love, or so my untamed mind and soul was once believed. As a child, I preserved and took in the world through my heart, then my eyes. Life was like a summer breeze against the soft surface of one's skin, warm and carefree. My entire world couldn't be better as I saw it. I was swelled with so much joy in me that sorrow and pain was simply a figment of one's imagination and nothing else. I never knew something so dark and horrid could exist in life. I gotta show Mommy. Mommy, look at my drawing. But lies and illusions are never enough to shield you from what is real. And what I discovered at the tender age of four, was far more raw than reality itself. Trigger warning! Trigger warning, guys. Every fight, every scream, every hit since then forever engaged itself onto my heart. And to this day, I still feel the violence that soared within the walls I called my home. And how the freak did they become marriage counselors and enough to build a mogul out of it? I mean, I guess they were lying, so it makes sense. Daddy, stop! Go to your fucking room this instant, Christian, before I beat your ass. Ooh. I fought so hard day and night to understand why this was my life. Over time, I began watching from afar all the pain that kept encircling me in fear every second of my existence. In silence, my suffering began to brew like magma beneath the surface as I fought so hard to endure the physical and emotional torture. But I was simply a child, a fragile feather roaming in the sky, barely beginning to walk my first steps. You worthless piece of trash! Answer me! Oh, are you okay, Mommy? Leave me alone! You damn bastard, you should have never been born! Oh my god. And for so many years of my life, I've been beaten to being emotionally abused every single day. Oh my god. Not both of your parents hated you. Oh my god, I forgot what it felt like to be loved. Is that why you never talked about your parents or let me see them? They caused me so much pain, babe. I never could imagine how sick and malicious these people were. Nothing can ever compare to when I saw their true colors when they disowned me, Els, right when I needed them the most. I was only 13 years old. Take your time, baby. Ooh. I was R-worded and they didn't do anything. He was assaulted. All I ever wanted in life was to know what it felt like to be cared about by someone. Over the years, I forced myself to believe in my reality and make of it a place where I could simply exist. Shackled deep into the dark away from the light, I latched onto a thread inside of my aching soul, hoping that one day I'd be set free from the pain. My father, the creator of my darkest demons, came along, setting to flames the little remaining ounce of hope I had in me when he met Ezra Collins, his beloved intern. Ezra was a young man of admirable morals and integrating charisma. He was 23 when 23 years old when I met him at 13. My father's eyes radiated with pure pride for having such an exquisite companion in his company that he considered his son. Everything my dad had hoped to see in me, he saw in Ezra, and I couldn't deny that he was indeed a spectacle to admire. You're such a valuable... I don't know why I can't talk. You're such a valuable asset to this company, son. I'm so proud of everything you accomplished in such a short time. I'm taking you out for some drinks. My treat. Gee, thank you, Mr. Axton. I'm so grateful. Call me Jared, son. Or Dad, if you like. Yeah, no? Alright, Dad. Gross. Damn it, Grayson, what are you doing? I'm taking the notes you asked for me. Stop being a nosy ass bitch and get to work. I'm not letting you leech off my money for free. You should learn how to be a hard worker like Ezra. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You're a pathetic and worthless parasite that leeches off their parents for a living. Isn't he like 13? What the fuck else is he supposed to do? God. Why does everybody in this show suck? You better be ready when I come home tonight, because you seem like you need another reminder of how to be an Axton man. Hey, buddy, cheer up. I'm sure your dad didn't mean any of that. How about we go get some ice cream this weekend? You do that for me? Of course. You're like a little brother to me. Ezra became like a little firefly in the pit of dark void in me. He was only a golden speck of sunshine in a massive hollow cannon, and he was enough to uplift me from the nightmare, enough to illuminate some sort of path for my soul to follow. I never had a best friend or anyone to confide in all of my life. Having Ezra in my life meant security and comfort. I found myself going to him for anything that I needed, typically when the abuse at home was too much to handle, and I think that's where it began. My refuge in him ignited something deep within the crevices of my heart that I couldn't control. I was petrified to have been introduced to who I really was as a young man like this, but it was the truth, and it was him who helped me discover it. Damn, he's cute. What? I realized I was bisexual. Oh, okay. Never really hinted at it uh, at any other instant, but okay. What would I possibly do? He showed me true compassion, protection, and care. I suppressed my eager feelings as much as I could, but how could I ignore the blaze? How could I ignore the cascade of happiness that baptized my deep hurt away into oblivion? How could I deny the butterflies that passionately glazed along the walls of my stomach whenever he looked at me? I couldn't hold it in for long. My heart was already at the brink of explosion. Did you get a good shot, buddy? Yep. You're the best, bud. You okay? Oh, yeah. Actually, no. I have to tell you something. Well, tell me. But you'll hate me. Nonsense. You can tell me anything, champ. Just please don't freak out. Oh my god, the fly is literally going to drive me up the wall. I can hear it, and it's annoying. I'm bisexual. And I like you a lot. As long after Ezra, my entire world would never be the same. My soul got obliterated, and I could no longer bear to exist in this cruel world. Upon years to come, when I come meet the most gorgeous creature in the world and the love of my life, my past will be an untouchable topic that never dare to revisit ever again. You like me? Trigger warning. All right, trigger warning, guys. Because we already know what's going to happen, so I'm just going to put a thing, skip ahead if you don't want to read none of this, because, yeah, it's gonna be a lot. That's weird, because I've always felt the same. Are you sure? I'm kind of old for you. I'm sure. You've been so nice to me, and I feel happy. Oh. Well, since we've gotten rid of the elephant in the room, how about you show me how much you like me? I'm not ready for that yet. Oh, you're definitely ready for me. Yeah. I was tired of hurting in silence for weeks. I needed help. But most importantly, I needed the love and security of a parent. For after suffering such abuse, all anyone could do for me was hold me tightly while I bled, because I knew this wasn't those type of wounds you could heal with a tender kiss and a band-aid, but that was surely a good place to start. Dad, I said to get me that contact information immediately. Damn it. What the hell do you want? I need to tell you something. I don't have time for your fucking shenanigans, Grayson. This is important. Quit crying. You look like a filthy woman. Ezra, your intern? What, Grayson, what? He abused me. You're shitting me? You're not pulling this on my intern right now. He couldn't. He has a fiance. I told him I'm bisexual and he took advantage of me. Ooh. No son of mine will be bisexual. Ooh, ooh. Get the fuck out of my house, you bastard. Now. Girl, not being thrown out. Not we're being told we were abused and you're like, how can he do that? He got a fiance. That don't stop people from abusing somebody. My life since that night underneath the blazing moonlight was never the same. Accepting myself in my life became harder and harder to a point where I felt like I didn't deserve to live. And along my crumbling soul, hand in hand, came the commencement of my darkest hours that night. With my own two eyes, I got to see hell crade my existence into pure agony. Not even the stars themselves could have saved me then. And it was the realization of the misfortune of my life that has caused me so much pain to the girl I adored and loved. I'm sorry, baby. It was all my fault. No, it wasn't, babe. You had nothing to do with it. It was your mother's choice to ruin your family. I knew their marriage was failing, but I never believed the rumors. I thought they were just going through a rough patch. Would have all made sense that night. Before I was brought into this world, my father was a happily married man. It had been known that the woman he was with, Faye, was his high school sweetheart. They loved each other so much and their life was nearly perfect within this marriage. There was an innocent child whom he had created out of love with his wife, a little boy named Sean. Oh my God. My mom and dad were actually lovers. They had made me out of their recklessness, and my mom knew he was married, but still kept him in order to destroy Jared's family. So Sean is his half brother. Okay, that makes sense. Why they would know each other. It's like, you. Okay, it makes sense. And she did cuff him, or so she thought. My dad never got over his wife and always went back to her while being married to my mom. My mom found out and tried to get revenge by having an affair with another man. And that man was your father. Okay, everything's making sense now. Damn, you're amazing. It's all my fault, Ailani. I'm the reason your family fell apart. If I wasn't born, my parents would have never been forced to be married. And that is why I cheated on you. What? What? How could I ever forgotten the face that brought my life down in flames? How could I tell the love of my life that my mother was responsible for destroying your family apart? You could have just told us. You didn't have to cheat on us. Like, hey, I know this is gonna sound weird, but once upon a time, your mom and your dad and my mom had an affair, and yeah, it's real crazy. And all you had to do was tell us. You didn't have to cheat on us, or yeah, you could have just broke up with us. You still didn't have to cheat on us. There was no reason for the cheating. Like, none. Anyway, I remember you telling me that your dad started cheating on your mom and beginning beating you and her. I couldn't bring myself to tell you that I too was suffering at home because I wanted to focus on you. You were and are the most important thing in the world to me, and I wanted to take away your pain. But when I saw your dad, everything clicked and I couldn't survive the guilt. I couldn't bear to kiss your beautiful lips and indulge in your warmth knowing that you go home to a beating because of my mother, and really because of me. So I tried to find a way to let you go, but I just couldn't. And you thought cheating on me was the best way to do it? Thank you! You could have just broke up with me. You ruined me, Grayson. Why did you do it? Baby girl, my demons had consumed my whole life, and drowning me in the darkness of my own misery. The ray of sunshine you were grew dimmer and dimmer as I fought harder to tell you myself everything my heart harbored deeply. But I was a coward and ashamed of my life, and I turned my back on my majestic grace and found myself igniting a slow death. Don't do drugs. I began to take drugs and all sorts of substance, towards the end of our relationships. And it was the same toxic mindset full of hurt and fear that destroyed my soul happiness, which is you. The night we were in our relationship ended, I already seen Tasha once that morning. I was heavily intoxicated and high off several drugs, all in effort to force myself to hurt you. Even though we only really got to mess around in the shower together and make out, I knew I had completely ruined our perfect love story for good. Again, you didn't have to cheat on us, and since when was he doing drugs? Why would that not come up like somewhere in the middle of the story? I'm just saying. Anyway, I understand if you never want to see me again after this, but just know I regret hurting you so much, Ailani. You never deserved it, and I should have been a better man for you. I really do love you so much, and I've gone against everything to be better for you. Ouch! When I saw you again 5 years later as our marriage counselor, I immediately quit my addictions. I'd be lying to say if I never came close to relapsing, but I've been sober for 6 months after we met again. Grayson, I shouldn't you go to rehab for that? So you never had an affair with Tasha? Oh, of course not. I only saw her twice the same day, and we never went all the way. Hello? I left after that, and then later that night, I went back home after we argued at my house. But before you could even go all the way, that's when you came. And I'm so glad you did, because I was way too lost to think anything through. Okay, but I that still don't excuse nothing. I'm so grateful to have found you again. That don't excuse nothing. Thank you for confiding in me with your life. I'm so proud of you for everything you've accomplished on your own. You are so strong, Grace, and I love you so much. Ciao, please. Thank you for making me want to be a better man for myself. I miss you so much, shorty girl. I love you more than words can possibly explain. I felt liberated. There is no doubt in my mind that this scroll, sculpted by the angels in heaven, is a gift from God himself. Falling in love with her has been the greatest miracle I could ever receive. Every tear I have shed and all the sorrow my life has entailed has strengthened my wings to fly with her, my beautiful shorty girl. I am showered by her grace, getting lost in the depths of her profound gaze was so grasping. Her warmth blanketed me, and I felt my heart at home. For all those years I spent away from her embrace, I learned to love again and replenish my heart by taking what life threw at me and making lemonade. That might be our next story, by the way. Anyway, you're so perfect, baby. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me, and I'm grateful to be able to have you here with me right now. It's been 5 years since we shared moments like this, and I still feel butterflies in my stomach. Me too, babe. Me too. Again, I still don't like him. Because you did all of that when you literally just got to talk to us? Like, ew. You know, I've missed kissing those beautiful soft lips of yours. Oh, really? You still blow me away, shorty girl. You're all I've ever wanted in this life. And you're all I still want. Her small body melted into mine, fusing into one beating heart, burning into flames of passion. Our love can no longer be contained, for her lips began making a home out of my body. I wrapped my arms around her waist, bringing her close to my chest, so that our hearts can dance in synchronize. I can't talk. To the rhythm of our desires. I delicately bit her lips, tasting every bit of her as our tongues swirled in bliss. And it's right here where I wish I could live for the remainder of my existence. She is my forever. I need you, Grayson. I'm all yours, baby. Right here? His body nurtured the stars that gleamed around her perfect halo with kisses. Her lips lashed onto his delicate movement, savoring the taste of his warmth as the moonlight caressed over them. They are exposed. The thunder roars inside, making music with their love for the angels above, and like a wildfire, their desires go up into flames. There is a symphony playing amidst in the humid air as their souls intertwine like vines and become one. The seed of love is finally planted into the rich soil and growing slowly from the light that glows deeply from their hearts. I love you so much, baby. I love you too. Girl, now he had our name tatted. You telling me your wife didn't see that? You telling me your wife did not see that? You got a whole woman name tatted and your wife ain't see that? Somebody lying. Somebody's lying. The warm sun rays peeked through the dark clouds and hugged me. I felt so alive, rejuvenated into a feather. For the first time in my life, I no longer harbored fear inside of my chest. I got everything I could possibly ask for. The girl I love has given me her soul, and I feel blessed to be able to touch it once again. My heart wishes to give her much more, but I knew that things can't possibly be the same as they were before. We both were battle scars like rich fabric draping over our bodies. Growth has accommodated us hand in hand, molding the mind into what we now physically embody. She and I are new versions of the same souls that once loved deeply without fear nor restraint. And even though we've come a long way since that night, I still broke her. I am still the reason why my mother deliberately destroyed her family. If I say I love her so much, why is it so hard to accept that she'd be happier without me? Why can't her heart let go? Why can't her heart let me go and find a new beginning in the man of arms worth loving? How much am I willing to sacrifice for her well-being is what I ponder heavily. But deep inside, I knew what I had to do. And even if it destroys me and hurts her, letting go and finally making a way for her to expand her wings is the best thing I could give her for all the years of love she gave me. Dear God in heaven, if this actually happens, I might like him because he's so undeserving. Literally so undeserving. For all the laughs we shared together under the sparkling star and fluorescent moon. For all the years she gave me meaning and purpose in my life. For teaching me what true and genuine companionship is. That's what love is. And I no longer doubt that Ailani is my soulmate and the woman I can very ever be devoted to. Wow, how romantic. This is beautiful. All for my favorite lady. What's happening? After you. What's happening? Is he proposing? Oh, is he proposing? Wow. Are you okay, baby? Uh, this is so beautiful, Joshua. Oh, sweetheart. It's just that no one's ever done something like this for me, let alone loved me for several years. I spent my entire life thinking I was never good enough of a woman for anybody. After knowing Jenna Axton had been my ex-husband's mistress for so many years, I look back and think I never been happy until now. So I just want to say thank you for all you've done. And I love you. I love you too, darling. And I'm so grateful to have bumped into you at the pharmacy 5 years ago. You made me so happy and I love being with you and seeing you be a great mother to Ilani. I'm blessed to have you girls in my life. Clara Carter, I love you with my entire being, and it would be my dream come true to be in your life for the remainder of my years. Will you marry me, Clara? Dear God, I love their love story more than anybody else's in this entire thing. Like, they have had the best love story. Like, the side, because our mom and Joshua are kind of like a side story, but their love story has just been so top tier and beautiful, and I freaking love it. It's been so well written and so beautiful, and I just love it. Yes. And now they're getting married, and they're going to get their happily ever after, and that's just so beautiful. And I love that for our mom. I love that for her. He's really going to have to change those sheets. Last night was magical. I never thought my love for Grayson was still this intense and powerful. His kisses were addictive, and I found myself begging for more all night. The way he protected me with his body ignited a light within my life, and I no longer felt a conflict within my inner self. It's him who I want. Where is he? Girl, he done left a note. He gone. Peace out. Gray? Girl, I told you he done left a note. He gone. Shorty girl, I hope you had a good night's sleep and that you're well fed and ready to start your new job as head marriage counselor. I just want to say I love you and that I'm going to miss you. By the time you read this note, I'll be well on my way to a new start. Don't be alarmed, baby. You and I know that this is the best thing for the both of us. I hope you don't find it vile of me to walk away from you like this, but know that this is coming from my heart and I thought this through all night. I adore you, baby girl, much more than you can ever imagine. This is killing me as much as I think it's killing you. All I ever wanted was seeing you years later for you to understand how sorry I was for everything I've done. I never expected you to come back into my arms and even thought I ever stop dreaming of you one day making you mine again. You deserve so much more than a guy like me. This book has kept all of my secrets, thoughts, and dreams for many years. I leave this in your hands along with this home and all of my belongings in LA. If you ever find it in your heart to remember me and all of my memories, read this. Everything that we shared is written down in there since the very first moment I saw you at the beach. I hope you find the peace and love you need now that I'm no longer holding you back. I love you with every fiber of my being, Gaylani, and it has been a blessing to have you been loved by you. You'll always be my shorter girl for life, baby, I promise. May God bless you always, babe. Low-key, kind of respect him and like him for that. What am I going to do? Because literally, I still need him. Literally, because the relationship wasn't going to fucking work. It just was not. To me. It wasn't going to work. Chiquita? Chinquita? What? You okay? Oh, not sis is big. I'm pregnant with your child. Other than that, I'm okay. You sure did a good job, huh? You hear that, boys? Y'all did it. Yay, us. Bo, yes. My water broke. Oh, do you want some lemonade or something? How about horchatas? Take me to the hospital! Mm, not screaming at her. Well, Bo got his happy ending with his, woman and baby. Love that for Bo. Oh, there she is. One. I knew she's going to have to come back one last time to completely fall. Goodbye, shorty girl. Flight 241 to New York City is now boarding at gate 20A. Axton Companies. What am I doing with my life? As happy as I want to be for having a new opportunity in my career, my head is held hostage alongside the emptiness I harbour inside my chest. I wanted to share this experience with Grayson, but all day I reflect on everything we lived together these past few months. From the start, I swore to myself I'd never give him the time of day or pay him any attention. All I wanted was to never see him again, and now that he's gone, my heart can't help but weep in solitude and silence. Kiwi! Did someone say bad bish? Because bish is here and bish is bad. Kiwi, what are you doing here? This is a marriage counseling facility. Bish, I work here. You are now looking at your bomb ass, finger looking good secretary. Okay. Do you know where my office is? Bish was wrong. You look paler than my mom's armpit after she puts deodorant. I'm fine. I'm just feeling a little under the weather. Bitch, you're pregnant, aren't you? You sneaky bitch. I knew Mr. Big Energy hunk of man was going to plant them seeds in you. Lord, I'm going to be an uncle. Kiwi, I'm not pregnant, and whatever Gray and I had is done and over. Did he break your heart again, baby? Or somebody dying tonight? The gun. The fact that he always has the gun. Baby, put your balls in place and look up. Now tell me what he did now. He left the state. He told me everything, Key, and I just can't live like this anymore. We made love for the first time in years, and I woke up to an empty bed. Take me in the head and call me Aunt Teresa. Baby girl, look at the bright side. He's not dead. That's fact. He ain't dead. I mean, shit, he ain't dead. He just left. You spent so much time hurting over him. Give yourself a break, baby. Love don't fail, hunty. Maybe having some time to yourself will allow you to rest and heal. Who knows? He'll probably come back. The boy is more emotional than Drake times two. Facts. We love having Kiwi. Thanks, babe. I guess you're right. Thank you, because, girl, you've literally not taken a step back and say, yeah, I need to step away from this situation, like, really step away from the situation and think about me and think about what I got going on and all that good stuff. You've just been all over the place ever since he came back. Well, let's get started. This is your office, bitch. All right, bitch. Own this place. Fuck it up, okay? All right. We like it. Confidence. Confidence. Later that day. Thank you so much, Dr. Carter. We really appreciate it. The pleasure's mine, Mrs. Rose. If you don't mind me asking, are you new here? We've been seeing Dr. Jenna Axton for months now, and they told us you would be great support for us after her departure. Yes, I'm the chairman of this company is my, good friend. He recruited me. Mr. Grayson Axton, right? If you didn't know, I've heard he's a single man again. He just divorced his wife after she fled with Jared Axton. So crazy to think she let a good young man like him leave. Well, we're gonna head out. I'll see you next week, Mr. Dr. Carter. Oh, Grayson. And let him deal with that. Let him deal with that. You're good, babe. You're good. And I'm all alone under the distant stars and the weak moon. It's funny how life has worked for me all these years. I long to feel whole again, but it seems as if the universe is keen on making me suffer in silence. And maybe this is the way things need to be. Maybe Grayson and I weren't destined to be for each other. But why is it that everywhere I go, I see and feel him? His voice still lures into bliss, and I'm forced to reminisce about his touch and his kisses, the rich masculine scent his large body emitted when he'd wrap his arms around me and still make my heart flutter. I only wish to be able to know what it might be like to love him for the rest of my life. But we all know that life is not a fairy tale, nor a movie, and sometimes things never go the way we want them to. That is a fact. That is a fact, and it sucks. Or are they both going to be on the beach, thinking about each other? Loving a soul as intensely as the way the sun kisses the surface of the ocean is lethal. It has the potential to end the light that humbly lives inside our chest, and not even the cold grip of winter can put out a flame of fine love, because it is strong. And no matter where in the world the angels sing, the heart will allay here the grace. Two souls blinded by something this powerful will find their way to each other, no matter what stands in its way. Not even death can parade success, for when the body becomes sorrow dust and is forgotten, the soul lives on forever. Grayson! Oh my god! So he didn't leave? And if she were a fragile dandelion, he held her close to his heart. His kisses were of the heavy tears that streamed down his eyes. Their lips, in a graceful sequency, spoke the language of devotion, soothing the angels as they watched from above. The night sky bowed from them, letting their halos shine brighter than the moon itself. Because when God created two halves of one vibrant soul, nothing can ever intervene. This is a touch of eternity draped into heavenly essence of true compassion and sincerity. This is a whirlpool of joyful tears from the depths of their beating hearts. This is love. Don't you ever leave me like that again. I'm sorry, baby. Hey, I thought you were leaving. I couldn't do it. Not without knowing what we could have been. I can't live without you, babe. I know I messed up so bad, and I'll do anything to prove you how much you mean to me. I need you, baby girl. All of you. I want to grow old with you and experience life together. I want to have a family with you and be the father of your kids and make you my wife. I want it all by your side, Ailes. I love you, and I'll gladly be your devoted prisoner if you only allow me to stay by your side. Gray, I love you too. You've changed so much, and you've become a great man. Girl, not really. But anyway, I understand things were tough for us, but we'll always find our way back to each other. We still do, and always. You make me happy like nobody else in this world. Then take a chance, babe. Let me love you for the rest of our lives. Ailani, will you be my girl again? As her heart aggressively clashes against her chest, she peeks into the future through Grayson's mesmerizing auburn eyes. She notices his pupils dilating with sincere passion as he patiently waits for her answer. She knew all along what her heart needed. Yes, he has hurt her and has brought her back into life, into a blooming rose. He's shown her love and pain, and if it wasn't for him, she wouldn't be the woman she is today. So with her scars up front and her heart ready to speak, Ailani says, Girl, now we don't know what she say. Okay, then. Girl. She said yes. Her trifling ass. But that's it, guys. That is all that I have for you today, guys. Oh my gosh, it's like a movie. But that is all that I have for you today, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. So next Wednesday, we're not going to read a story. Of course, we'll take a break, and then we'll be back with Miss Jory Marr. I think we're gonna read Making Lemonade, I think we're going to read that next because one of you guys said we should read that one next. But yeah, guys, that is all that I have for you today. I hope that you have enjoyed The Marriage Counselor. Girl, y'all know I got very up and down feelings about this story because I just really didn't like Grayson. I just really didn't care for him. And then we had Sean, and then we had what's his name, which I thought was going to work, but then he went back to his wife, and it's a lot. But anyway, guys, I guess I'll say I semi-enjoyed the story. I did enjoy reading it with you guys. I do think it's been fun reading it with you guys, but the story has been very up and down for me. But anyway, guys, that is all that I have for you today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.